Hi everyone, my name is Tascha, founder and CEO of INFINIT. Let me step back a bit here. So we're going to be talking about on-chain AI, which is pretty much how AI agents are shaping not only the future, but also the current DeFi landscape. So a bit about myself, studied economics at UC Berkeley and started my career in investment banking in the US and London, and then joined Tencent as a product manager. Went to Harvard Business School and then dropped out to start my entrepreneurial companies. First started Alpha Finance, which we built a lot of DeFi products and also experiments on DeFi concepts. And now I also founded and running as CEO at INFINIT. What INFINIT is we use a lot of AI to simplify DeFi. So for today, I will not talk about INFINIT, but I just want to share a bit of what I do so you can have the context of why we're talking about AI and DeFi. At INFINIT, we built 23 DeFi agents that understand AI and DeFi and help users through the whole user journey of DeFi, from researching. For example, if you have a question of what are the yield opportunities on Base and why are they relevant for you, these AI agents would be able to personalize recommendations for you. Or if you want to do anything in DeFi, like you want to do a DeFi strategy, you want to trade, you want to stake, all these DeFi agents would do it for you. What you have to do is just write your request in the normal language, and all these DeFi agents work together to do everything on chain for you. So in a way, how you can understand INFINIT is it is your personal friend, your personal banker who actually knows a lot about DeFi and can help you all of these things with the help of AI. So you don't have to do everything yourself, but you just have to tell this friend what you want to do. Right now, we have about 180,000 users already using the platform. If you want to try our product, you can check it out at app.infinite.tech. Yeah, that's about INFINIT. So let me go to the main content of, what are AI agents, right? AI agents are autonomous systems. So these are not tools, these are not code, these are systems that are able to think by itself, able to make decisions, able to learn and adapt in a changing environment. So all of this is very, I would say, beyond what we are already aware of. So if you are familiar with development, or if you're familiar with coding, this is another level beyond normal coding or tools. So how is AI agent different from if-then logic, or different from a normal code, right? If you look at the left, so the if-then or the logic itself is a rule base. So you have to have a predefined conditions, you have to have a predefined outcomes, and write that as a code, right? So which means that you have to think of every scenario, and those scenarios will become what you turn into a code. And the code will always execute as what you write in the predefined condition, which is very different from AI agent, where AI agent, you don't tell exactly what it should do. You also don't tell what conditions that they should operate in. What you tell it is actually you teach the thinking framework to these AI agents. So imagine it's like a kid, it's like a baby, where you don't tell specific thing, because even if you tell a specific thing, it will, the baby may not follow you, right? So you have to teach the baby how to think, and the learning framework so that this baby would be able to learn and adapt and be able to make decisions when it's in the right environment. So this is so different because it means that this AI agent, or this AI ability of this AI agent, is able to learn and reflect and grow and improve without even human telling it that, okay, in this scenario, you have to do this. So it's a lot more scalable and also a lot faster to adapt. So why is AI agent now being adopted so much in DeFi? It's mainly because in DeFi, the landscape is so volatile, right? The market conditions change all the time. Information is very segregated. Information is on all the blockchains. There's so many DeFi protocols. And the other most important thing is also because every DeFi protocol and every blockchain, all the data is open, right? All the data is transparent, all the data is open, and AI agents thrive so well when there is so much data. So now it means that this is a land where there's so much information that the AI agent can learn from, and now AI agents have the ability to actually learn and self-reflect and also grow to help users use DeFi easier. So just a quick example, right? This is an example of portfolio management AI agent. What it is an AI agent that analyze real-time data and help you execute trade. So you don't tell the AI agent that if Bitcoin hits 150K, then sell. You don't do that. You will tell, in the example in the middle, you will tell the AI agent that, okay, grow my portfolio to become $1,000. For example, if I have $100 right now. So that's the goal you tell it to do. And the AI agent would have to learn from the data, learn from not just your data, but also your goal, and analyze what it should do to help you achieve your goal. So then in this case, the agent would have to monitor a lot of different data, a lot of different analysis that it has to do without any of your intervention. So as a result, it would make decisions and execute all these by themselves. There are multiple different examples of AI agents, not just portfolio management, but for example, you can be more specific as well. Like if there are agents that can do particularly lending or staking or like looping or yield farming or something that's a lot more specific as well, you can scope the AI agent what it has to know and what it should learn to be able to help you with those tasks. And not just executing these DeFi activities that these AI agents can do, they also would be able to help you research. For example, if you have an AI agent that learns all the data from blockchain, learn all the data from off-chain meaning, for example, like your personal preference of your risk profile, then based on these data, the AI agent that is focused on researching would be able to help you and suggest you what are the relevant DeFi strategies or relevant yield strategies that are right for you. So this is an example, and this is also live on INFINIT. So for example, you ask the question, what are the best opportunities on Pendo right now? I only have stable coins, but I can bridge, right? So this is like your friend helping you to research and helping you to get to the DeFi opportunities better. All of this using AI. There's no human behind this. So as a result, INFINIT gives a response that, okay, these are the yield farming opportunities on Pendo. These are the steps of how you can do it. If you want the AI agent within INFINIT to do it, you can also tell it, to execute all these things for me. So it really simplifies the whole user journey of INFINIT. This is an example of actually doing the action. So for example, you tell AI agent in INFINIT that, hey, please lend 1,000 USDC to Aave on base for me. Then that's the only thing you have to do. Everything else is taken care of by AI agent within INFINIT. It creates that transaction, it executes on the blockchain without you having to open multiple protocols or multiple tabs, just staying on one product. So what do AI agents need? They need four things. The first thing that's also very important is data. And as I mentioned, this is why AI agents thrive so much in blockchain and DeFi, because there's so much available data. Everything on blockchain is open. So that's number one, right? Number two is scope. Scope meaning that each AI agent is not a genius. Like it cannot do everything at the same time. You have to give it a scope that, okay, this AI agent is good, is to learn on research. This AI agent is to do all the things related to Pendo. This AI agent is to learn everything about Chain, for example. So with that scope, it would make AI agent learn faster and also have more accurate answers. The tools are also very important. For example, if you ask AI agent to learn everything about Pendle, then that means that there has to also be a tool for this AI agent to execute on Pendle. There has to be, it has to know that there is a Pendle contract. It has to have this tool that link the AI agents with Pendle. And finally, it's agentic design pattern. Agentic design pattern is a very confusing word, but what it actually is it's a thinking framework and a learning framework for AI. So imagine, us humans, we actually learn all these things without knowing what it's called. For example, like we know how to self-reflect, we know how to be aware, we know how to, improve. But these things are not natural for AI. That's why we need to have a name for it. And for example, there is a framework to teach the AI agents how to self-reflect. So, there are multiple things you have to do so that these AI agents earn this skill to self-reflect. Or for example, the agentic rack is to be able to take external data to incorporate. So these are different thinking frameworks that you have to teach it. Why we're so excited about decentralized finance and AI combined and what I call DeFi AI, right? Mainly there are 4 key opportunities that I find really, really big. One is that it does not matter how many DeFi protocols there are or how many financial products there are if no one really know how to use it, right? But what AI is doing here is AI is making decentralized finance a lot more accessible with all the simplification that I explained earlier to you. The second as well is a lot more efficient. So instead of, let's say, you have to do all the things manually, or if you're a developer, you have to code all these conditions. Now you don't have to. You just have to write the goal, or you just have to know what the what the end result you want to achieve, and as a result, the process in between is going to be simplified by AI for the users. Third of all is innovation, where because of the combination of AI and DeFi, then it means that there are so many more new ideas that can come up and so many more new segments of financial products or DeFi that can arise. For example, now a lot of projects are also building different AI agents that optimize trade for you. Instead of you, prior to AI agent, you actually have to be a developer, you have to be a hedge fund to be able to build a development tool that optimizes trade for you. Now you don't. So a lot of the capabilities that are limited to a few people or a few group of people now is becoming a lot more accessible to everyone. And then finally, real-world integration. And what I mean by this is that there are a lot of centralized finance products that are now bridging to decentralized finance. And we see what we call CeFi, which is centralized finance, merging with DeFi, which is decentralized finance. So the more we see that there are this merge becoming in real life, for example, like real-world assets, token, live on blockchain, or different T-bills also live on blockchains. So these really enable the massive growth of not just AI within decentralized finance, but also a real-world integration to traditional finance and centralized finance as well. And of course, not everything is perfect. There are a lot of challenges with DeFi and AI combined. The first one that is the most important challenge, or like the hardest challenge, is reliability of AI. And if we go back a few slides in the beginning, I said that AI agents are capable of making decisions and capable of thinking themselves, which is a good thing because it can learn quickly, but it's also a bad thing because what if it think of something wrong? What if it think of something that is not what you want? So that is the risk here, and the term in AI is called hallucination, where AI can hallucinate. And you also don't know why the result is like this, because within the AI, it's somewhat of a black box, right? So that's the most challenging challenge right now that we're facing in DeFi AI. The second challenge is also, of course, scalability, because AI is very costly. Security as well, because as I mentioned, on hallucination can lead to security issues. And then finally, a lot of different projects may just be building DeFi AI for hype, not for actual technology or for substance. So you have to actually look and make sure you use the right product. So one recommendation that I have for this would be we don't trust AI fully. So we come to the middle ground where AI helps to a certain point and the help would end. So for example, the AI would work together to build a code and then after that, the code can execute. So you still have to rely on the code and AI at the same time. So I don't recommend going, full 100% relying on AI on everything yet. So yeah, I think we are at a very exciting time where we're calling it agentic DeFi era, which is AI-driven DeFi. And I think this is not only just going to be interesting for DeFi, but also very interesting for the whole financial industry, where a lot of the real-world assets are becoming more on-chain. And all these activities of financial services on-chain are becoming driven more by AI. And I think within 5 years from now, a lot of the transactions that we see on blockchains, whether Ethereum, Optimism-based, I think majority of that would be driven by AI. So I think the shift is going to be very, very quick. Change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end, as Robin Sharma said. So I really encourage everyone to be open and really study this DeFi AI segment, because I think it's going to go through a huge growth within the next 5 to 10 years. Thank you so much.